niggas almost killed me.
You can suck, my These kids might be the worst.
What'd you say, Zell?
We've taken the lead.
Like, there's no way.
Like, wow.
They can't get laid.
Like, wow, yo. The other team in real life trash.
Look at this
Suck
kid.
dick.
Damn. Oh my god, my team has to be the.
You niggas is really some, yo, dude, you really some dirt, some dirt, some mad dirt. Like the dirt stains that come out of my shit.
This boot camp has to be worse. Otherwise, behind.
Gentlemen, how's it going? It is Des Booth, and today we are back with another gun on the road to dark matter. We're going to be using a tactical weapon today, and that is the AUG. The gun, I do believe, is getting a nerf in the near future, so I just want to make sure to get this gun done while it's at the top of its prime. And so currently it is level 53. I did level this up in zombies, and we are going to be using the Cobra Red Dot, just a basic sight. You don't need to use a sight, I just find that sights tend to be better for most of the guns instead of the iron sights. The next thing will be the SOCOM Eliminator muzzle. That's going to give us some concealment and some reduced vertical recoil. There's not a lot of drawbacks to the gun that I've seen so far. If you can basically get the recoil kicked down to 0, or as low as possible, that's going to help you out in the long run. The shooting move speed is reduced. I think that might play a little bit of a problem later, but for now, I don't really have anything to compare it to. The next will be the Field Agent foregrip. That's going to help more with the recoil, but less shooting move speed. And then we're using the Airborne Elastic Wrap. That's going to help with ADS time, flinching, and aim while going prone. I find that for me, at least with the sniper I was using before, when I am holding down scope and going into prone, I actually come out of the scoped in part, so I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work, or if it's just supposed to be faster. That's not what I'm using it for, it's just basically for the ADS time. And then the CQB pad, which is going to help us with the sprint to fire time, less hip fire accuracy, which sucks, but we're going to be running around, ideally. And so it'll be best to be able to get the gun up as soon as possible, and to start firing off as soon as possible, accurately. So we do have all the challenges unlocked, but we have absolutely nothing in each of them. So we do need 300 eliminations, that'll come easy. 100 headshots, that shouldn't be too hard. 20 bloodthirsties, not a problem. 50 long shots, I'm not sure what the range for the long shot is. I do know that on assault rifles it can be kind of weird, so that one may take a little bit of time. 75 kills. Kill enemies while they're stunned or blinded by your score streaks or equipment. And then shoot and kill 50 enemies, taking cover from you in multiplayer. I heard that this one can be a little bit glitched or broken, so I'm not super looking forward to it. Plus, I don't know how covered they need to be, but I'm very interested to find out. And then lastly is just get double kills. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We are using the Golden Viper, which is the final camo you unlock for the AUG and zombies. It's a nice little touch. And then obviously for the stickers and everything else, those don't really play a factor, but I am using the Knight chest piece as the charm. And then for the stickers, just these 4 here. It's nice to have a little bit of a extra love on the gun, I think. And then for the secondary, we are using the Sigma. I don't plan to really switch out to a pistol at any time in a firefight, especially using the AUG. So being able to shoot down any score streaks, get this gun done as soon as possible, be for the best. We do need to kill enemies that are stunned, so we're going to be using stun grenades. Normally I would use stim, which... Oh, I didn't know we had flashbang. I did not know that was a thing. That's okay, we're going to stay with stun. And the Tomahawk, because I like using the Tomahawk. Trophy system, because depending on what game mode we're playing, it'll be nice to have something to take care of projectiles. We're also using the Tac Mask and Flat Jacket. I do think we're going to be playing a lot of CQC maps, so Flat Jacket is definitely broken at the moment. I recommend you use it. Assassin, Scavenger, I'm not sure how fast we'll run out of ammo, And Ninja and Ghost. Ninja is also one of those things that I think is a crutch perk at the moment. A lot of people are using headsets. You should be using Ninja. It's a lot harder to hear, but somehow, and I really don't know how, like your footsteps are like severely reduced. It's not like they're quiet, like completely gone. But still, sometimes people just somehow hear you as if you're so loud. So that is everything there. We are going to be doing what types? Motherland. Oh yeah, we'll throw Motherland Mosh Pit. A little bit of Kill Confirmed. A little bit of TDM that has Domination and Hardpoint. Fun. And you know what, for fun, let's do a little bit of free-for-all. Alright, let's get started. So this part of the video, I'm actually recording it after the intro, after the ending, after everything is done. You saw at the beginning of the video, the very start, where it was just the two endgame clips from the mid-game and then the endgame, where the team was destroying us in the first half, and then I actually did get some objective players to come onto my team, which was awesome, so that we were able to come in for the win. Super happy that happened. The AUG, in my opinion, is not really for close quarters combat. Not necessarily, I guess. Especially in maps like Nuketown, where it's a lot of running, a lot of you gotta have your gun up super fast, you gotta be firing off super fast. It's good for a decent range, especially if you don't happen to be in a lot of gunfights. But that's just from my particular point of view on it. Again, I didn't do so hot in a lot of my games. I did manage to get off a couple of like bloodthirsties here and there, go on a few killing streaks. I'd get like 4 kills a lot in a row, and then I would end up dying. And so a lot of the games are very fast paced. A lot of my deaths, I do not have a high KDR, I can tell you that for sure. But it's okay. Overall, the gun, I liked it. I liked using it. I did get burned out on using everything but the automatic weapons, and that was primarily from playing zombies, but it's very decent in multiplayer. With the update that just happened, today's the 16th at the time of me actually recording this part of the video, there was a nerf that happened to just the M16. I don't remember hearing anything for the AUG. So I might be mistaken, but if that is not the case, you definitely should get this gun done sooner than later, because there's definitely going to be a nerf coming for it in the near future, however you want to say it. The gun, especially if you do happen to get like a high clip into it, like a high mag, you'll be able to go off, especially if you do have enemies here and near to you. However, especially playing objective-based games, you are more likely than not, especially if you're not a bad player, you're going to be holding down the objective if you want to win. A lot of players that happen to be on my team. So if you do well here and there with the skill-based matchmaking, you do well in the game, you're going to be put on a team full of people, and just in general, where they don't like to play the objective. And so that's something that you will have to do on your own, especially if you do want to win. It was the same way with Modern Warfare, I noticed, where a lot of players won't play the objective, and you definitely will lose if no one's playing the objective. But it's definitely something good to hold down an area with, especially if you're doing hardpoint. And it's good to clear an area, as you saw at the beginning with Domination. I was able to overlook B, take out any enemies. I was able to help get my team to the objectives so that we could actually cap it. And that's the reason why we won there in the end. 201 to 200. It's a good feeling, especially when the other team is trash talking you and you manage to pull the wind out of your butt. But I mean, that was the only highlight I had from the game. I got destroyed playing that game. I got destroyed playing a lot of these games. A lot of them, especially on Nuketown. It's hard to go off, but when you do, you really do go off. The Spaz, or the Gallo, I made a video on it, the Gallo. It's a very good secondary weapon. I hear a lot of people complaining about how it should be a primary weapon. It needs an overhaul. It's a pretty good secondary weapon, especially with, as far as I can tell, I might be mistaken, there's nothing really that helps you much with swapping your weapon, like no perks. And so having it as a secondary weapon, it does take time to switch. If you can't kill an enemy in that amount of time, that's kind of on you. Have a pistol as your secondary. If you run out of ammo, you swap faster, you'll be able to lay down faster, lay down the enemy. And the pistols in this game are surprisingly really good. They're very strong. You'll definitely be able to do damage with it. As you just saw there in this video, the enemy I was shooting at just spawned out as I was firing at them. It's kind of funny. I remember the moment. I remember this too. I didn't realize that you can use score streaks and other means to get up your floral kills. So I ended up stunning myself a lot of times. It's just the way that the stuns go out from how you throw them. I'm not adjusted to it yet. There, I was actually trying to hit the enemy that was... I thought that they might be hiding over by where the beds would be. They weren't, unfortunately. But I did manage to get them, managed to get the kill. And then right here, again, as you're about to see, that time it was on me. I threw it right into like a right angle. There's nowhere else for it to go. Came back at me and stunned me. Didn't stop me though from going off. But for the future, again, I did take time to review my work, take a breather, assess what was going on. I realize now I don't have to use stuns per se. I can be using the field equipment, the perks, not the perks, the score streaks. So I'm going to be using those a lot more, and that should help take care of the floor kills a lot more easy. The main one I still have not found a resolution for, besides like 2 maps and maybe playing hardcore, or just playing with the guns for a longer period of time, would be for the ones where you got to kill the enemies behind the cover. Those ones suck. I hate those ones. I like the camos you get from it. I'm not saying that, I'm just saying the challenges you gotta do, they suck. In this part of the clip here, that enemy who I was shooting at, where the game ended, they actually did kill me. And from those 2 kills right there, I did manage to get gold. That was playing on hardcore garrison in that particular area. If you kill enemies, they tend to go behind cover a lot more. Same thing with the middle of the map, and you'll be able to have a better time of getting your gold. And I highly recommend you go there. I just wanted to take a break and reevaluate and then look back on the weapon that I was using. This time it's the AUG. Just so that I can give you a better thought on it. Let's hop into it. As you can see here, it is gold. My biggest issue that I had was... I forget what challenge it was. Oh, this one. Shoot and kill 50 enemies taking cover from you in multiplayer. I don't know if you've actually played or like paid attention as you play a lot of the maps. And again, I did like some objective games, some like TDM games, everything in between. I did free for all. I had to actually go out and grind, and I think it would actually come naturally if you did happen to be playing from a lower level. But my golly, is this challenge a pain in the butt, and I hate it. But it is done. It's not hard to do as much as the chances of it coming up are very slim, so that sucked. And so that's a level 40 challenge unlock. So that's why I'm just going to take my guns to level 40 from here on out and then get them gold. It shouldn't be too much of a pain. And so as you can see, everything was done. Obviously, getting the eliminations came easy. And then for headshots, that was also more so easy as well. The bloodthirsties, I did have to get a little bit campy with. I do remember that. Not that I was like just holding one spot for the whole entire map. Just that, you know, when you get your 4th kill and it's like, okay, I could go out and play, do whatever. Or I could just hold down this particular area. Not camp in a corner, but hold down the area. And then go for the 5th kill. That's what I did. Long shots, I think I got some of these in hardcore. Oh, satellite on hardcore. That map is a joke on hardcore. For the Flora weapon camo, now that I actually read it aloud, I do see that you can actually get this from score streaks, which I didn't have to put so much time into using the stunts. That's okay, it's done. Again, you know, I'm taking that moment to sit on things, reflect, and I'll know for next time. The psychedelic, super easy. It just comes naturally, again, if you do the spray. So, it's one of those things. The AUG, actually I think gold in general. Gold in general, but on the AUG, is actually very, very gorgeous. I want to start off by saying that I did initially think that the tactical rifles, specifically the M16 and the AUG, were definitely overpowered before I started using the AUG in multiplayer. But after using it, I did come to appreciate just how technical the gun is. I do think it is a little bit OP, and I think it needs like a minor buff. Not buff. Minor nerf. But it's not a bad gun. It's not super overpowered like I thought. I just kept getting slayed by it. But I'm sure other people will use it better than I do. That's everything for the video. This is the gold AUG unlocked on the road to Dark Matter Ultra, as I found out. Completely wrong when I was talking about it earlier. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for next time, and have a damn good day.